Good evening and welcome to Metro Focus. I'm Jenna Flanagan. It shouldn't have been on the road. That was the message from Governor Cuomo as he responded to the limousine crash that killed 20 people in Schoharie, New York on Saturday. After running a stop sign, the vehicle shot across a junction and hit another car before plowing into people in a parking lot. Authorities have yet to say how fast the limo was going or determine why it failed to stop. What is clear is that it was the deadliest crash in America since 2009. For more on that and a deep dive into this week's winners and losers in local politics, I'm pleased to welcome City and State's Editor-in-Chief, John Lenz, back to the program. John, welcome back.
Glad to be here.
Now, I want to start off with a very somber, serious story. There was a horrific crash up in Amsterdam, New York, and there's still things are being determined as to what exactly happened, but I'm wondering from your perspective, what do you think we can see coming out of this? Is this a matter of more regulation that's needed, better safety procedures? What do you see happening?
Well, interestingly enough, the governor was asked, what's going to happen next here? He said, he doesn't see it's necessarily a place for new regulations or new laws, that it's more of a matter of enforcement. Apparently, this driver of this stretch limo possibly didn't have the correct license. The car in question it had been flagged for some safety issues sometime in the past month. There's also a question of the loophole with federal regulations. If you buy one of these SUVs and convert it to a limo, the same rules don't apply. So I don't know that anything will change at the state level, but it's certainly something to watch.
All right, so we've got a lot of things to cover. We've been covering the congressional races around the state. A candidate up in the Finger Lakes, I believe her name is Dana Battler, who has raised a lot of money.
Sure, Dana Battler, yeah, she set a record for that district, I think $1.5 million in the last quarter, which is great news for her. She's been seen as lagging behind the incumbent, Rep. John Katko, a Republican, who seemed pretty strong early on. But he's been ahead in the polls. He seemed to be doing pretty well. This is good for her. Also, some pundits have made that race, deemed it more competitive. Again, this is potential pickup for Democrats in New York, and you've seen a few races like that shift a little bit more favorable towards Democrats.
Turning towards the state and winners and losers in the state, Governor Cuomo turns out to be a winner, and over the issue of his I Love New York highway signs. Very quickly, for people who don't know, what was the problem with the signs?
Sure, this was kind of a bizarre fight. This was these tourism signs promoting New York along highways all around the state. The real issue is readability, and if drivers are driving along, if they're trying to read these signs, if there's too much language, it could be a safety issue. The federal government tried to get them to take them down. There are questions like the website, the I Love New York website. They had to take some of that language off. But the latest development was there was this deal the Cuomo administration reached. They'll avoid a major fine. I think they're basically going to phase a lot of these signs out over time.
We also find out that he is way ahead in the polls in the race for governor, at least against his main candidate, Marc Molinaro.
Sure, yeah. The Republican that's challenging him is pretty far behind, I think 22 points in the most recent poll. Not terribly surprising given the heavy Democratic enrollment advantage in the state, but a good sign for the governor. Third development that's really strong for the governor is the Working Families Party. This third party line, they had gotten behind Cynthia Nixon. Since she lost in the primary, there was a question of what they would do next. They went ahead and got back behind the governor, which was a bit of an awkward situation.
Yes, following the developments with them was odd to watch on Twitter. But turning to someone who we won't be returning to Albany, and that is former State Senator Jeff Klein. Now, he had a huge campaign war chest. He used a lot of it to run again for his seat. He did not win. Do we know what's happening with him and all that money now?
No, he's been very quiet, suspiciously quiet. There was some speculation maybe he'd try to run on a third-party line, maybe he'd get installed as a judge. But the notable thing is he spent possibly a record amount in terms of money per vote that he got. Again, you said he was known for his fundraising, and that was a real strength over the years for the IDC, the Independent Democratic Conference. One reason he could recruit people. In the end, money didn't pay off for him, and wasn't quite enough to get him over the edge.
All right, well, speaking of money and getting over, let's say, the Times story about Donald Trump and the Trump family's inheritance from their father, Fred Trump. Now, in any other administration, this might be career-ending for a politician, but what do we know of what's happening after this story came out?
There were a lot of questions raised about, in this really long-form piece from the Times, questions raised about where Donald Trump got his wealth. Looks like a lot of it, more than we knew, was from his father, hundreds of millions of dollars. And even more so, there are questions about the tactics they used to evade gift taxes, other things. Kind of got buried this week with the Kavanaugh confirmation and the trade deal with Canada and Mexico. But the state says it is investigating to see if any laws were broken, to see if there's any money to be refunded. New York City is investigating as well.
All right, well, John, listen, thank you for joining us again and giving us an update on the who's winning and who's losing around New York State, and even sometimes at the federal level, because everyone's got ties to New York.
Thank you.
Thank you.